everybody, Lawman Mike with www.lawmanguitars.com. Boy, have I got an incredible guitar for you today. Ever want a 1952 Tele? I think every guitar player has dreamed of having a 1952 Tele. However, most of us don't have the six figures it takes to buy a 1952 Tele, correct? Okay, well here's what Fender came up with. This is a 2013 Fender American Vintage Series 52 Reissue Tele. Now what they did, I don't know that this was made in the custom shop. If it wasn't, it probably should have been. It's one of the finest Teles I've played in a really long time. It doesn't say custom shop anywhere. It certainly feels like that. They have everything that you want to feel and hear in the old Teles right here in this guitar. It looks like it sounds like it plays like it. Even the neck, it's got a nice round, it's not that wimpy, stratty kind of neck that you get sometimes with Teles. That's kind of like a Tele wannabe. The neck feels like a 52 Tele. I've played 52 Teles, and let me tell you, this one feels like it. It feels great. Now the guitar is hardly played. I got it from a family. Unfortunately, their father had passed away, and this was one of the last guitars he had bought. And I don't think he really played it. I mean, I looked at the frets and there was like no fret wear at all. I can't really even see any pick scratches on it. So I think he probably bought it, something he always wanted, got it, put it in the case, maybe strummed a few chords, and there it sat. So I got it and happy to be representing it to all my customers. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got this beautiful see-through butterscotch finish on it. And when I first got it, I went, hey, there's some nicks on it. And I'm going, what's up with that? This guitar is supposed to be almost new. Well, I'm reading some of the stuff that's in the case candy, which I'll be talking about here in just a little bit. Fender actually put some nicks in it from the factory. They used nitrocellulose lacquer on the finish, and they nicked it in a few places that you would have wanted to see nicks on an old one. Aside from that, I mean, it's just brand new. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. I left the cover on just because I think it looks so neat, but of course, who plays with the cover on? The other thing I thought was really unique, I had a bass that was part of that vintage series that I demoed probably a couple months ago, and they did the same thing. They sprayed the headstock and then they put the decal on, which is what they did back in the 50s and the early 60s. So when you see this, you can actually feel the decal on there, and that's how it's supposed to be. They didn't overspray the decals. So they even went to that extent to make it that nice. From there, I mean, gosh, the maple neck feels great. I mean, it feels wonderful. I've been playing it here. Steve was just saying, oh, that sounds really good. It is an absolute pleasure to play. I didn't do anything to it when I got it except clean it up. It needed a little polishing, which I did. I changed the strings, put some new strings on. The strings were 5 years old. I mean, they definitely needed to be changed. But aside from that, that's all I did. I'm going to pull this cover off because it's hard to play with it on there. But let's listen to this. The neck pickup is really strong, and I think part of it is it has the standard wiring. It doesn't have the 50s wiring. Now, you will notice, again, when I go through the case candy, there's an extra little thing in there for your tech to set this up for like the 50s wiring, which the front pickup, it's almost like it's all bass. I mean, it's a rhythm setting. I never really liked that, and I don't think most modern players like that feature, so they changed it to a modern setting, which is your whole front pickup without it being all choked off. But you can change it if that's what you so desire. But what I was listening to is this neck pickup. Usually neck Tele pickups are okay. They're okay. This one sounds really good. I mean, I was just kind of shocked. Very thick. I mean, it's a really full, thick sound, which a lot of those people don't use them a lot, so they probably just throw any old pickup in there. But this one sounds really good. I was very impressed. Let's go to the middle position. was fun. Then all the way to the back, this is where all the Tele players play. Whoa, is that fun? So as strong as that front pickup is that I was just talking about, let's not forget this back pickup. That thing is a screamer. I don't know what they used in it, but whatever they did, it's great. There's a whole bunch of information in the description that you'll read in the, if you get to my website and see it. There's a lot of info on these guitars, and it is just outstanding. Fun, fun, fun guitar. Now, we have the original case, I'm happy to say. It even has the original tag on here that talks about taking care of what to do to avoid damage to your guitar. Be careful of extreme temperatures. That's still on the case. The only thing I have to report that I didn't like is one of the latches is broken. I'm sorry to report. I don't have a latch to fix it. You can get those. The little piece that catches in there is gone. So you have one latch that doesn't work. Only thing I could find that was wrong with the guitar, so I want to point that out right away. Aside from that, you get inside and it's got, of course, the red poodle plush case in here that's absolutely beautiful. It's G&G case, made in the USA. Absolutely beautiful. When you lay that butterscotch guitar down in that red, I got to tell you what, it is absolutely beautiful. But let me show you what we got in here. This just astounded me when I saw all of this in here. They have virtually everything that you could ever want about Fender guitars, but the one thing I really want to point out that is just the coolest thing at all is, look at this. I mean, this is like the Fender ad from the 50s. I mean, they have a reproduction of that in here. They had that with the bass I sold also, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. What else we got in here? It has the wiring diagram. If you want to take the wiring back to the original, you can do that original setting. Here's a bunch of stuff in French if you want your stuff in French. Owner's registration. Doesn't look like that was sent in. Here's the hang tags that hang from the neck. This is, what is in here? Oh, this is the little resistor that you're going to want to use if you want to choke out that front pickup. We have case keys. We have the tags that tell you when this thing was built by who. Here's the American Vintage Series, another hang tag. Here's the thing I was talking about that talks about the finish and the nicks on it from the Fender people. Here's your lacquer finish, talking about how to care for that. This guitar, by the way, will get finish crazing, which you want to see. You look at an old 52 Tele, finish crazing everywhere. This one will have that if you have enough patience. It'll happen eventually. Here's your owner's manual. Here is a polishing cloth. You get all of this stuff with that incredible guitar. So I'll tell you what, if you've ever wanted a Tele and you wanted an old one and you just don't want to fork over the big dough, I got a real beauty for you, and it's got all the stuff that you want to see in there from 2013. It's already 5 years old. It looks like it's brand new. You get the case candy, you get the case, one latch you got to fix, and you get that incredible guitar. Check it and all of our really cool guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com, where we only sell really, really cool guitars. Thanks a lot for watching my videos. I really appreciate it.